Alberta Primetime with Michael Higgins.
Welcome to Alberta Primetime. Ahead tonight, our politics panel on the Smith government again invoking the notwithstanding clause. But first, towns and cities seeking support.
The municipalities are struggling to keep up with infrastructure. So this is an opportunity for us to not only support, grow, repair infrastructure, but also create opportunities for more tourism.
The new mayor of Airdrie on Alberta Municipalities voting 74% in favor of a municipal accommodation tax that would be applied to guests staying in hotels and Airbnbs. One of a number of resolutions brought to the floor by towns and cities at their fall convention in Calgary. And joining us now, Grande Prairie City Councillor Dylan Bressey, the newly elected president of Alberta Municipalities. Councillor Bressey, good to see you, sir, and congratulations on your election.
Well, thank you, and thank you for having me. I'm so excited to talk about the great work happening in our communities across the province.
Okay, well, maybe let's jump right in on that point. Some pressing issues came up during fall convention, notably the renewed push for the provincial government to take control of collection of its own education property tax. Why did this particular issue drive such considerable discussion?
Yeah, and I want to be really clear on that the ask of our members is the province collect its own property taxes. We're still more than willing to collect our own property taxes. And really what that's about for our members is achieving transparency with Albertans. Over the next 3 years, the province can be collecting about $1 billion more in property taxes than it already is. It's a 14% increase we're seeing this year, a 10% increase next year to provincial property taxes. And our members really want to make sure that Albertans understand where those tax increases are coming from and what level of government is responsible for what when it impacts their pocketbooks.
So is it about creating awareness of this issue? I know the resolution passed with 80% support, but how far does that go with the provincial government?
So for us, it really is about transparency on what's going on with Alberta's property taxes. So right now, we've launched what's called the Property Tax Reimagine campaign that is helping Albertans understand what's driving municipal costs and what's driving the bills they see. And for us, the big priority of our members is just that Albertans understand what's going on with the fiscal situation of local communities, where local councils are doing really hard work to spend every dollar as efficiently as possible and get the best bang for investment. But they're also facing some real cost challenges, including provincial policy changes that are removing revenue, increasing costs, and also taking up tax room through the education property taxes.
Yep, and we opened on Airdrie's resolution calling for implementation of an accommodation tax. How much of a difference could something like that actually make on the bottom line of a municipality?
Yeah, it really could help some municipalities thrive and adapt to some changing realities. And really what that resolution was about was municipal autonomy. That wasn't saying, hey, every municipality is going to start collecting tourism tax, but saying for municipalities where it makes sense, they should have the right to find solutions to the challenges that we're all facing, but find local solutions that make sense for their community.
The Smith government now engaging in consultations ahead of the 2026 budget. What are the priorities municipalities are advocating for and coming to the table?
We were really excited to see the Premier as well as a number of ministers at our convention. We really want that strong partnership with the provincial government. We have a whole bunch of priorities that impact municipalities directly. But one thing I was especially excited to see was Premier Smith committing to advocating for an increase to family and community support services funding. That funds preventative services in our community that take care of residents and also save taxpayers a lot of money in the long run, because prevention's always more cost effective than intervention. And that's funding that's really needed in every community, from our largest cities that are really grappling to keep up with growth to our smallest villages that have never had an adequate safety net. We need that preventative funding to get out to our communities. So it's really exciting to see Premier Smith commit to advocating for that. And we're excited to see what happens in budget.
Okay, for our viewers, you're a new face in this leadership role. Why seek to become president of Alberta Municipalities, and what direction do you plan to take the organization?
I absolutely love this province, and I want to have a safe, prosperous, amazing place for all Albertans to live. And I know at the bedrock of that is having thriving local communities. I also know that we have councils that are made up of really dedicated, really passionate people who have really diverse experiences they bring to those tables. And I think they're doing an amazing job serving their communities. So I'm excited to help champion their voices and help develop the resources they need to thrive at their council tables. Because I really do believe that it's at the local level that we're going to build a prosperous Alberta for everybody.
And on that point, have to think this is quite the time of transition, given turnover on councils in the wake of the October elections.
Yeah, it is. We've had about a 40% turnover of our councillors, and at the same time, we've got a relatively new Minister of Municipal Affairs who, at our convention, talked about maybe needing to see a slight reset with our members, but also developing strong partnership with us. So I think there's a lot of opportunity right now to develop stronger partnerships with the province that will enable local solutions to come to the table and really drive investment in this province and prosperity for all Albertans. So I'm excited about the opportunities we have to work with this minister and help our local councils thrive.
Good. I have to ask, what is it about Grande Prairie churning out leadership for this organization? Past presidents over the last couple decades, including the late Helen Rice and of course, former Mayor Bill Given.
Yeah, I'm definitely aware that I've got big footsteps as a Grande Prairie guy coming to the board table. We've had great leaders from our region, but really what it's about is it's not just about the city of Grande Prairie. We have an entire region up in the Peace Country that really does believe that in collaboration. Our city works really great with counties, with towns, villages in the region, and that's just the spirit of the North, is we need to work together to make each other successful and all of Alberta successful. And when that's the culture that you're working in, it's really easy to step up into leadership roles and say, hey, I really do want to do something for all of Alberta.
All right. Well, we'll have to leave it there for time. Appreciate your time and the opportunity to meet you, sir. Thank you kindly, Councillor Bressey.
Thank you for your time. I appreciate it.
That's Grande Prairie City Councillor Dylan Bressey, the newly elected president of Alberta Municipalities.